Good evening, Miss. The members of our group are Eduarda Tigrero, Daniela Orrala, Tania Cedeño, Andrea Soriano, and Yamerlet Figueroa. We are going to talk about how religion is important to society.
I believe that the primary function of religion was to preserve and solidify society. It functions to reinforce the collective unity of social solidarity of a group. Sharing the same religion or religious interpretation of the meaning of life unites people in a cohesive and building moral order. Religious beliefs can influence the conduct of those who believe in them. It keeps people in line through faiths and mores. It provides a foundation for mores of society. Religion is a sense of comfort and solace to the individuals during times of personal and social crisis, such as death of loved ones, serious injury, etc.
Faith is believing. It is the basis for achievement or purpose. However, it should not be confused with desire because the surprising thing about it is that it not only comes from the pretense of what we yearn for, but also emanates from the confidence that what we will obtain will be the best. Although many times it is not what we ask for. Um, it is pronounced as simple, and we all believe we have faith. But when problems frequently overwhelm us, it is when we most question God about what happened to us. It is when we come to question our trust in Him or in those around us. When we see that the road begins to get complicated, is when we doubt the decisions that have been made and those that have been missed. In these days of reflection, in a complicated year, in a society with an increase in crime and in impunity, this theological virtue must become our strength.
Religion believes in supernatural beings, including God and ghosts, angels and demons, souls and spirits. It's found throughout history and in lost cultures. Today, religion and power are still connected. Believing in higher beings makes humanity feel a little fearful about what could happen today if they have bad behavior, if they are guilty for their decisions we make without thinking before. Thanks to the fear we feel about what can wait for us after the day. We do general, respectful, tend to believe our superior being. We have clear conscience, a little free of sin.
Religion is the first sense of community. Your sense of community occurs because of mutual experience with others. In fact, the Latin root of the word religion is religio, which means to reconnect or bind. Yet a principle present in many religions is that there is little separation between the person and thoughts around him. Just established that in a simple way you shall love your neighbor as yourself. In other words, your well-being is much more than mere personal freedom. It is also tied to the well-being of your neighbor. Thus, religious institutions can be very helpful moments where two cooperative impulses come together. The desire for individual purpose and the desire for community belonging. Like all human goodness, these principles fit into a balance. Institutional religions are certainly not the only source of all that is good in the world. Uh, People can have satisfying lives with quality living their own belief in private. Maybe for me, religion creates a balance between good and evil. Although there is also atheism, but I think that perhaps without the rules imposed by religion, science in the political also has agreed where the world would be worse.
All religions are a foundation for morals and belief. It helps shape us and determine what we see as right and wrong. Religion helps people to communicate as a social communication. People meet together for a common purpose, for example, to pray together, to perform a ritual together, to sacrifice together, and so on. They also meet indirectly through having common needs, legends, values, tradition, morals, and view of the world. Because of religion, they are able to understand one another, to communicate ideas and feelings, and to act more or less as a social unit, even if there many may be other differences. If we are the generation that teaches the next one that religion is wrong, religion itself will die out. We would lose beauty, lose stories, and lose something so valuable to everyone faith. Religion builds communities, it brings people together. Yes, religion can divide us and tear up apart, but only if we choose to ignore the perspective of others.